Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be starting a brand new Steel Faith Overhaul campaign, and this is going to be using the hard mode sub-mod as well, and we're going to be playing as Alarielle of the High Elves. Let's go ahead and get in here. So I know that I haven't published a Warhammer video probably in a couple of weeks. What happens is Steel Faith doesn't get early access to the patch notes, and then the new patch, changed everything, and so the Steel Faith mod didn't work anymore. And they wanted to implement a lot of new changes, particularly with Orska, Chaos, and all of those things. So it took them about 170 hours to mod it, and so it just came out a few days ago. Now I've been trying this hard mode sub mod. It is extremely difficult. I mean, it's borderline impossible, but I'm gonna keep trying it. This is probably the third or fourth time that I've tried the Alarielle start. Basically what hard mode does, if you're not familiar with the game, Legendary gives you a lot of debuffs, so all of your armies cost a lot more upkeep gold. You get a ton of penalty to your public order. The enemy gets bonus leadership, you get a leadership penalty, and the enemy gets all kinds of other miscellaneous buffs, like they get extra vigor loss reduction in combat, extra accuracy with their missile weapons. They get a lot of stuff. And so that's what Legendary, and then Very Hard is the hardest battle mode you can get to. So that's what's standard. What hard mode does is, on top of those penalties you already have, it allows you to recruit one less unit per turn. So you can only start off recruiting 2 instead of 3. And all of your units cost 75% more gold to recruit, and they have 25% more upkeep. So that is massive. Everything is very, very expensive with this. And on the flip side, the enemy, they get 50% cost reduction and 50% upkeep reduction, and all of their units come with 5 ranks when they hire. Yikes. So that gives a lot of power. But I think we're doing Alarielle. Let me just go ahead and get in here, and we'll just explain all this is queuing up here. So I have looked at Anar, I think was his name. I can't remember the other new High Elf guy, and he's fascinating. And then I'm thinking about maybe doing a Chaos campaign as well with like Kolic Suneater. But I just don't know if I can do it on hard mode or not. The units are just so expensive. Like, I feel like maybe I could, but I just don't want to have to be super sleazy about it. Like, I don't want to have to sit there and multi-sack towns, for like numerous turns in a row, and then like assassinate lords and just like do all these underhanded tactics, abuse the auto-resolve system. It's really actually kind of hard to abuse the auto-resolve system with this mod because you're almost always unfavored, so that's not really a problem as much as it was in the base game. But I try not to do sleazy tactics. I try to just win, normal fights, but it's extremely difficult.
Queen Alarielle,
the replenishment is much lower in this as well, because if you take captives after a battle, then you get like 7% replenishment loss, and towns give a lot less replenishment, so your units take quite a bit of time to replenish back up. So it is a lot harder. So how she works pretty much is the more chaos that you have in the world, it doesn't show it right now, but she gets these different changes to her kit. And I'm not going to go into everything. A lot of times in the first episode I'll talk about, all of their skills, and I'm just going to see if we can actually win a lot of these fights clean enough to where we can get a good start to the campaign. Let me make sure the diplomacy makes sense too.
Loyal servant.
Okay, that's fine.
Speak.
These guys have an aversion, which is kind of rough.
Elf One's defender.
That's okay. So these guys. So basically, I think this is pretty randomized whether or not people have an aversion to you or whether or not they like you. You really want like at least one person in your area to be a potential trading partner. So that's kind of an issue. Now we do have whatever military access with Alarielle, so I don't think they're going to go to war with us, but it's going to be tough to get a trade deal with them. Ruler's prejudice. Oh, okay, I'm not sure, but
I'm listening.
Oh, that must be her passive thing. Anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and
yes, strange creature. What do you seek?
Non-aggro with them.
I agree.
See if they'll give us money.
How wise.
You can get money out of people that you have
Your
green.
word shall reach the Phoenix throne. Certainly not.
Alarielle's welcome, brothers.
Diplomacy with them.
What do you wish to discuss? As you say.
A lot of times they'll give you like 300 gold every 10 turns or so, and that adds up.
Fear
really
my
nice.
malice.
Okay, so you want to make sure you can get at least one trading partner in here somewhere. Now, how she works...
of the undying forest.
is World's Torment. So when there's not much chaos in her faction, then she gets extra leadership size, 2 extra public order, which is really nice right now in your province, and that's all good. Then as it gets worse, your magic gets worse in terms of your Winds of Magic power reserve goes down, but then all of your tree units get a huge buff, as do all of your units in terms of fighting against chaos in Norska. So that's really, really handy. And like here at the very end, you get some insane buffs. Like your magic does fall off quite a bit, but everybody gets 15 bonus versus large, 50% extra weapon damage, 20% physical resistance, and 30% extra weapon damage for the trees. So it starts to get pretty interesting if that happens. Obviously, I haven't gotten to that part of the campaign, but it's all good. Now, her basic thing, and then we'll just go ahead and get in here, she has really good defensive magic, so she has a combination of mostly the magic of life, and she has some special items which reduce the costs of particularly Earthblood on several different items, which is an amazing healing tool. And she also has some other stuff mixed in there. Like she has False Protection mixed in here too, which is a good defensive spell. And she has Shield of Safri, which gives everybody an extra 11% damage resistance whenever you cast a spell. So that's super handy. And then she has Tempest, which is excellent against flying units. So it basically holds them in place for like 22 seconds and does major damage, which is good. So it's a vortex that only hits flying units. So that's pretty sweet. Exorcism is okay, I guess, if you're fighting against the undead. So yeah, like her top tier stuff is not that amazing, but her this stuff right here is just crazy good. And then she gets some buffs at like level 12. Then you get some cool stuff too. And then you get kind of your standard stuff here. You can upgrade your early units, your bow units, cavalry, kind of your late game units. We'll probably go for the either the militia master or the bow master first, although I do want some more magic to start with. Not quite sure what, like this. Let me see how much that really costs there, just real quickly here. It's hard to tell sometimes with that. Okay, so the base cost is 7, and it gives 40 armor for 44 seconds, which is pretty sweet. This is actually pretty good. It does cost a little bit more magic than it does in the base game, but I feel like it does decent damage. 40 armor basically amounts to 20% physical damage reduction as long as they don't have armor piercing damage. So, because every 2 points of armor is 1% physical damage reduction. And that's pretty good too. I don't know, she's got some interesting choices. As far as like buildings go, we definitely want this. We need those as tradables. And then it's always kind of a struggle. Do you upgrade this early on for me, or do I hire more spears for the fight? We'll see how the fight goes first, and then we'll kind of decide from there. So as far as like the recruitment, if you're wondering just how insane it gets, you can only recruit 2. A spear unit is almost 1,500 gold to start with. I am at dead even. I can't afford more than 7 units right now. These aren't even, none of these are top tier units. I guess this is kind of top tier. This is like a tier 4 archer unit, but like all of these are mid-range. This is tier 3. This is like tier 2, and these are tier 1. So yeah, and their upkeep is 240 gold. So you can kind of see how this can get problematic pretty quickly when they're going to be bringing like a 20 stack to you. Okay, let's go ahead
Handmaiden of the
and
Everqueen.
bring her in here.
My protection is yours.
Priestess of Isha.
Let's go ahead and get this
Weep
fight going
tears.
here. We're going to fight it. Down the Sisters of Avalorn. Now, they're okay fighters. They're not like insanely good at fighting, but they have no charge bonus, but they're pretty good. And then improve power recharge rate. Okay. Alright, let's do it. So, I mean, they have good units here. Like, they have a ballista, which is very good. They have these things, which have great shields, and they have tier 3 infantry to start with.
Sound the horn of Isha.
Now, we're gonna have to win this like really cleanly, and then we're gonna have to win. We're gonna have to chase them down and beat them again, which is not usually a problem. And then we're gonna have to go beat the town up, and then they might send in an extra backup of like 8 units after that. So we're really gonna have to go hard in the paint here, particularly with our
Alarielle the Ever Queen.
with our dudes. Okay, let's see here.
Handmaiden of the Ever Queen.
We need to use these guys. These are the key to victory, I think, in this campaign, are going to be these things right here. These are so strong defensively, and that's what you need. Because, like, what happens at the end of a battle is everybody gets all of their health back per unit. It's just the dead units have to replenish over time. So, like, all of these guys could be at half health, and I could still have 8 ranks of them, and then they would instantly full replenish after the fight. So the fact they have such low unit model and so much health, like 15,000 health, is great. So
Understood.
that's very good. And these guys are very defensive too. Like, I think because units are so expensive, you really don't want them to die. So we just want a lot of very nice defensive units. We're gonna go ahead and get these guys out here, so we can maybe we'll go ahead and start deployment on that. These guys aren't as defensive, but they do some magical damage. Some Sisters of Avalon over
Awaiting
here.
orders.
It shall be done.
Going abroad. Under her protection.
So we want to put the Blackheart Corsairs, and we'll go ahead and move these guys around here.
March. Understood.
We want to put the spears into the bows.
Advance.
We want the Blackheart Corsairs.
Crush them. Driving back the dark.
I want to wait till these guys stand still.
Orders. I accept.
Warrior maiden. With me, sisters.
Understood. March. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Alarielle the Ever Queen.
Where's their little... Here's their setup. Okay. Yeah, we want to bust that up.
Asa, advance. Quickly now. Spearman. Asa, advance. Illyrian breathers.
For the king!
We go.
Handmaiden of Alarielle. On the way. Beauty calls.
Of one's queen. Yenui! Veil! Lakoi!
It shall be done. For our ancestors. Asturian willing. Illyrian breathers. Asa, advance.
For order!
Onward. Asturian guides us.
Isha! Libra! Yenui!
And the spears are getting
Lakoi!
shanked.
Lakai! Lakai!
Handmaiden of the Ever Queen.
Spearman. A pen. Sinner.
Alarielle the Ever Queen. In front!
Loyal. We advance. For order.
The Ever Queen.
This is madness.
Yenui!
Away! Asa, move!
Light of Avalon. Nakai! 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 Alarielle the Evergreen. Servant of light. Crush them! Guided by light.
Serve the king! Moving out! We go!
Taming the winds. Alarielle. Hear my gifts! Servant of light.
For duty. Advance! Make Ulf One proud. March! For the Ever Queen!
Kill them!
Nice.
Alarielle the Evergreen.
Spearmen! At once!
Saint Louis! With haste!
For duty.
Alarielle the Evergreen. Nakai! Nakai! Nakai!
These guys take so long to take
Spearman.
down.
Illyrian Reavers!
Yeah, we need to try to kill all these Corsairs.
Spearmen!
You want to kill everything so they can't
Order!
replenish anything in here. That was a pretty clean fight. I mean, we lost a little bit more than I would like, but
Loyal! Attack!
I will!
how much did they kill? 105. So. Insane. That's okay.
Illyrian Reavers! Orion!
I think some of them are gonna get away. They start like splitting up a lot of times. Yeah, they're gone. So it's hard to run them down and kill all of them.
Serve the king!
Let's go ahead and speed this up. I'm gonna try to get his item if he has a magical item. Don't let him go. Don't let him go. Oh, God. Oh, he was so close, but now the big dogs are there to knock him down. Got him. If you don't get a decisive victory, it really sucks too, because you don't level up. So you see, these guys are already back to like full health. Foz protection is pretty sweet. You can also put that on your whole army if you overcast it.
We are
Like,
triumphant.
light magic in general is pretty bad, but Foz protection is one of the really good spells out of it. Okay, we actually did level off of it, even off of close battles.
Have
That's
your
good.
freedom. Your life is mine.
It's just so hard not to go for the money, though. Why are we in negative 66 now? I don't know. Yeah, it's so hard not to do the
Be
money.
free.
Do it.
Isha
No
is with
punishment.
me.
Penalty sucks.
Moving.
Scroll of shielding. Okay. Alright, I guess.
Alarielle the
Can't put that on
Evergreen.
her, I don't think. No. I'm not replacing Alarielle's weapon there. Stave of Avalon. 35 armor and 44 melee defense. Ugh, so good. The question is, do I want more? Okay, the archer melee attack and sea guard's not gonna matter for now. Do I want basically more melee attack and defense for spearmen and more leadership, or would I rather have greater cooldown and cost reduction on some of these key spells? Particularly, like, Life Bloom is so strong, it gives everyone on the map extra healing. Frost Protection seems like that's gonna be, like, potentially really strong too. Evasion sucks. Regrowth is good, but it's like super expensive. That would be awesome against if I had tree things. Now, Awakening the Wood is okay. Flesh to Stone's another one. Was it? I can't remember. Was it 5? Was it 7?
We are the world's protectors.
It's hard to tell right there. 7 for 40 armor, but it lasts for 44 seconds. Upgraded. 50 armor. 11 seconds. That's actually pretty spammable also. I want you, like, here's the thing that you want to try to do to take your spellcasting to the next level is if you have really good abilities like this, like Life Bloom, this gives you basically a free like a third of an Earthblood or something every time you cast a spell. Now that's any spell too. That's not just life spells, I'm pretty sure. So if you get this plus this gives 11% damage reduction on everybody for 9 seconds. This lasts 5 seconds. So if you time it to where you cast a spell every 9 seconds, you can give everyone in your whole army 11% damage reduction, which is really good because that works against armor penetration, a lot of stuff. So ward save is one of the strongest things in the game. So missile damage, magic damage, everything. So that's super strong. We don't need any of... I mean, Arcane Conduit's really nice, but... Management's just so expensive. Tempest is interesting, but we don't need that until later in the game. Arcane Unforging is direct damage. Not sure if that's worth it or not. I've never seen that.
Darkness
does
is
it
kept
show
at
that
bay.
up here? Just how much damage that is? Does it show her specifically? Why am I zoning out? Where is it? Oh, there we go. Is that high magic? Arcane Unforgiving, okay. Did they change high magic? Maybe I'm just not remembering it correctly.
We are triumphant.
I don't know. Greater effect on ability cooldown. Oh. That's probably not worth. Okay. So I think we're going to go for, since we're probably going to have a little motley crew, we're not going to have that many spears, honestly. We're going to have some, but at least early on, I feel like just getting the magic going is probably going to be our better bet. Our best bet, rather. Get that cost reduction, cooldown reduction on some of these core spells.
Praise Isha. Send my maidens. I must
Should be able to
retire.
auto this. Hopefully we don't get trolled.
We
She
are
took so much damage
triumphant.
off of that, though. Ugh,
Have your freedom.
he got trolled. We get extra leadership.
You will serve me.
217 is not worth the casualty replenishment penalty, I don't think.
You are free to go.
Could just execute them and maybe get some ranks on our units.
Kill them. Your life is mine.
5% replenishment is something.
You forfeit your freedom. My light shines bright.
Alright, so we go for... This is the cost reduction. Pretty huge. Now if you upgrade it, what is it? What's the upgrade do? It's so hard to tell off of that. Let me just...
We
over
are
here
the
again.
world's protectors.
Okay, so it's already AoE. Oh, it's only for 7 seconds on the base. Okay. You upgrade it, so you basically get a double cast of it. It's almost double the price, though. It's okay. I'd rather get basically a free cast of it, which is pretty much what Life Bloom is for everyone on the map. So I feel like Life Bloom and then Shield of Sapphire is probably where I want to be. Now, this is interesting. That basically just gives weapon damage and missile resist, though. This does reduce the cost by 2, just normally, though, even if you don't overcast it. So if you single cast it, it's good. But I want to get this chain going. I want to get this and this going so that I can just like spam Earthblood, Foz, and Awakening the Wood, and just keep this up like the whole battle. Just keep healing everybody. God, she took so much damage
Darkness
off
is
of that,
kept
though.
at bay.
Punishment. She's not even that great at combat, is she? No, not really. She just had martial prowess. She has a lot of defense, but... Alright, then we'll move down here.
Ever onward.
Now you do have a stance that you can do here. They give you a lot of new stances with this mod. So this gives us extra 25 winds of power, winds of magic, or whatever. And you can do this. You can even attack people in this stance. It lowers the melee defense, but it gives you a lot of extra magic, which is nice. Okay, so we're gonna go with that.
Rise.
We just spotted these guys. How do they feel about us politically?
Protector of Ulthuan.
Pretty good.
What requests would you make of the Phoenix King? Your will is done.
Okay.
Defender of the Phoenix
Still
Throne.
His
turn
Majesty's
one, right?
court will listen to your request. A wise course.
Okay, nice.
Loyal servant.
Protector of Ulthuan.
Alright, then next turn, once we take this, we can get a trade agreement. Okay, so now we have to decide. Alright, so we've got 5,400.
Light triumphs over darkness.
These Illyrian Ravers with archers, I think, are pretty strong. What's their... I only have 160 range. That's still more than, like, your standard crossbowman, though. I mean, their melee attack, defense, and charge bonus and all that stuff is bad, but I feel like they could still run into archers and potentially charge them and do some damage. They can harass early on melee lines that are running up. 34, 26, 32, 24, 27, 26. It's very expensive though, 240 upkeep. And we can buy these guys that are like, they're okay. They're pretty good little fighters. I don't think they're as good as spears though. Spears have a total of 70 combat effectiveness, not including their martial prowess. These guys have 67. These guys have 38 weapon strength, though. These have 35. A little bit more of a charge bonus. These guys can fire, though. They do have 5 ammo. So I don't know. They're okay. I think just frontline, we want the spears. They don't have shields, though. And these guys have more armor. I think we just need a frontline. I just don't think we're gonna have enough to build this building. Because we need the money off of this one. There's just no way around that. Okay. Go ahead and get that. We need the military techs. Like, you need this to get into the tech tree. And the techs aren't amazing as high elves. We'll go through it later once it becomes more relevant, but... Okay, I think that's it. So we did diplomacy, techs we can't do. And this. Armor, influence, public order. Rank 5 with faction leader. Okay, so we could do this at some point. Extra diplomacy and 20 influence for 3,000 gold and public order. That's pretty sweet, honestly. That's actually pretty nice. That'll buy a lot of help with the public order. 3 techs, you get that one, okay. Owning 3 settlements, we get this one, which is really cheap. Untainted. Constant casualty replenishment rate. Everybody 5%. Okay, okay. Not insane, but okay. Alright, I think we're all good. Can't do any more there, can't do any more there.
Over darkness.
Right.
Evergreen of Alpha.
So we're in a decent place right now. Our units aren't too terribly hurt. So like what's happened several times. First of all, I have to take this town, which can go poorly, and then we have to see what they do up here. So they do have another army. They could dash in and reinforce this Phoenix Gate at some point. Then they'll try to go over to Evershale and cut me off there. I need to try to beat them before they get Evershale. You know, it's possible the correct move might actually be, instead of to chase that army and kill it, to just attack the town, so attack her. I think I've looked before and you don't have enough movement to attack the town. I don't know, I haven't tried taking the town on turn 1 and then hiring spears immediately. That could be an interesting attempt. If instead of attacking him, I attack the town, take it immediately turn 1, that would allow me to get a trade agreement faster, hire 2 more spears, and then come up and try to fight him. But then if they have another, like, 10 stack show up with that 8 stack, then they would crush me.
Evergreen of Alpha.
Or they could just run over to Evershale, which is what they might do, and then I would have to deal with all that. Why do they have so many units there? I don't remember them having all that. 1 heartbeat. That provides a garrison. Dark Elf Landing. Yeah, if they get units in there, I'm not gonna be able to beat them early.
Mistress of the
We're gonna have
Undying
to hold up
Forest.
and hope for the best. Okay, let's start
Light
with this.
of Avalon.
Do I want 3 less melee defense? I think my magic's already pretty... I don't think I'm gonna run out of wins in magic. So I think for this particular fight, I think I would just have the 3 extra melee defense on everybody.
Alarielle.
There might be some fights in the future, though, when I have a bunch of these guys where they're just not gonna kill them.
Chasing them.
Let's do it. Now, her being at a low health really concerns me because even if you don't overcast a spell, you can still take feedback or whatever damage on yourself, miscast, and I've done that. That's actually the last time I tried to run this through. Like I said, I've done this a few times. She killed herself off a miscast, which sucked. Off of it, it wasn't even an overcasted spell. Just every single spell has a certain chance to miscast now. It's like 15%. So I need to be using the healing magic on her. So that's pretty rough. Not happy about her going down to low health like that because she can die off that miscast. I mean, I'm not going to throw her into battle, and they're not going to run me down right
Spearmen! Loyal!
Orders received.
Wielder of the winds.
I just want to send in these guys first.
Illyrian Reavers.
We want to go look like we want to attack and then flank around just to freak them out a little bit.
Yes.
I guess I'll take that.
Alarielle the Evergreen.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Spearmen! Swiftly! Can I be praised?
Light of Avalon.
Okay, there's that lifeblood
Alarielle the
triggering.
Evergreen.
A bit of extra health there. Okay, let's go. These guys don't have shields, so.
Loyal servant.
My power is yours. High Priestess. In front! Isha, guide me.
Awaiting orders. Taming the winds.
Sisters, with me. Forward for Avalon.
Isha! Lithra!
Swiftly!
Orders.
Loyal. Forward. For duty.
We go! It shall be done! Asa, attack!
Ever onward! Yenui! Sail! Lakoi!
Spearmen!
Maintaining order.
For Assyrian!
Isha! Lithra!
Wielder of the winds.
Lakai! Lakai! Lakai!
Onwards.
Hear my gifts!
Illyrian Reavers.
Ready. Seeking the foe.
Without fail. Assyrian guides us. Swiftly. Illyrian Reavers.
Yeah, my magic looks like it's fine for now.
Asa, advance. Orders received.
Isha wills it! Lakai! Lakai! Lakai!
It will be done.
We got it.
It shall be done.
Yeah, that lifeblood, she healed a lot off of that.
Awaiting orders.
Isha!
Okay, see, she took some damage off of that from the miscast.
Kill them. For the king.
Understood.
My Reavers are taking a lot of hits here.
Death to all.
What, not a lot of them died, I don't think? Not really sure.
Wielder of the winds. The greater good.
Spearmen!
There's no point in
We
healing
away!
because at this point because they're all going to heal up to their maximum value anyways. Except for her. I forgot. Like, individual heroes, the healing matters. Let's see how much she heals.
Lakoi!
Off a single heal, she healed a decent little chunk.
acknowledged.
It shall be done. Asa, move!
Trying to kill as many as we can so we get more captives, so we can get a little more money at the end. Potentially also so that they level up a little bit, they get experience for these kills. I'm not sure if it shows it live, how much you need. I think it just upgrades. Yeah, it just upgrades at the end of the fight. I think.
Alarielle the Evergreen.
Okay, so 24:36.
Lithra!
How much does she get after all said and done? Okay, so you get like 400 health per cast of that on everybody. Which is pretty nice, with Life Bloom. Yeah, that Life Bloom is really sweet. Healing everybody.
Illyrian Reavers!
Spearmen! It will be done.
Illyrian Reavers! As you said! Setting forth! March!
Yeah, I almost never go for spellcasting first, but because I have such a motley crew of units, like, I'm just not gonna have a ton of spears. I have so many different units that I think, like, the standard upgrade all of your tier 1 units, upgrade all your spears, because I can't spam those, because I just can't get a lot of units, so I have to have some diversity. It's just not gonna work. So I think that the spells, because spells affect everyone, regardless of unit, and so that's kind of where I'm coming from. Okay, the Sisters of Avalorn killed a lot in that fight, so that was good. And the Reavers killed a lot. These dudes never killed a lot. They're kind of big and dopey, but they just do not die. As you can see, we haven't lost a single one in a fight yet. Because each one of them has, like, not 6,000 health. 2,000 health, like 2,500 health or so. So there's 6 in a unit. There's 8 in a unit. Maybe there's 8 in a unit. I don't know. 1,800 health apiece. They have a lot of health.
Darkness is kept at bay.
And they have. I mean, these were the workhorses that got me through the Wood Elf legendary campaign that I did on the channel.
Order rules here. Claim it all.
It's gonna be tier 1. My thing is, like, if I do this, it's gonna cost me money to build those buildings, and I'm almost certainly gonna get a lot of provincial instability. So I'm gonna have to fight a rebellion, which may not be bad. That could give me a lot of, like, free gold. I could sack and then
Search
occupy.
quickly and leave.
That would give me. That would knock out the building. So basically, I'm gonna get a building here, and it's gonna be the recruitment building, probably like the army recruitment building. And if I sell that, it'll probably sell for like 600 gold. This will probably damage the town also, which means I'll have to heal the town over time, or I can just let it regenerate on its own. But I get 17% replenishment,
Take
which
what
is
you
massive,
must.
massive replenishment right now.
Search quickly and leave. My light shines
I haven't tried
bright.
that before, but I think
Alarielle the
all of that
Evergreen.
replenishment, especially when I'm on this negative
Isha's
replenishment trend
chosen.
right now. Yeah, so it destroyed their conscription halls. And the Black Spire
Light
is really damaged.
triumphs over darkness.
We'll see if it's worth it or not, but basically I just bought 17% replenishment. There's a garrison, right? I don't have a garrison right now.
Queen of Avalon.
I think I have to occupy this. You know, another option I could do is not occupy in position to take this place, but I think I have to occupy it just so I get replenishment. I can hire 2 more units.
Welcome.
So let's just go ahead. I think Safari seems really good. I mean, how much damage is that going to block? Over 9 seconds. Everything on the map that's getting hit is taking 11% less damage. Shoot, that seems really good. The other option is to upgrade this so I can cast this more. cast this more. I think that's the key, is just get Life Bloom, cast Earthblood as much as you possibly can in a fight, and then have Shield of Sapphire going as well, and just hold all of your people healthy with that. So if we're doing it correctly, if we're chaining our spells together, if we're going 1, 2, 3, and these all get down to like a 10-second cooldown, these should all be somewhere around 5 or less every 10 seconds or so mana, and this should keep this up permanently, and it should heal for a lot every time I do that also. Okay, I think we'll go with Shield of Sapphire now. This is a decent one too. Oh, it's everybody. I didn't realize that. Holy crap. Hold on a second.
We are triumphant.
Thorns affect everybody? Oh. For real. Damn, that is strong. I didn't realize that. So everybody basically gets 22% extra weapon damage and 22% missile resist. That'll be awesome in a siege. For 6 mana. I thought it was just a single unit. I forgot it was everybody. Everybody does 44% extra weapon damage. That is cheap. All of these spells are so cheap and so effective. Okay, so do I want to be able to cast this? I think I already have 3 spells I want to cast, though. I need the Sapphire. I'm liking this. I'm liking the spell casting. Okay, so let's go with Shield of Sapphire here. I mean, hell, we may not even get... I mean, the bows are really good, but we don't have a lot of archers yet. Maybe we just go straight down to here and go to Elven Healing here in a little bit. And then just try to get to Quartermaster ASAP. Lightning Strike, Quartermaster, and Renowned and Loved.
Praise Isha.
Okay, Occupy.
Greetings.
The purpose behind that, yes, now we're leveling back up. Remember the purpose behind that,
The city is
it did hurt
crumbling.
these buildings a lot. We're gonna demolish that one anyways, so we're getting 300 off of it. Now this is gonna cost 742. How much public order is that causing? Devastation's causing 2. But it'll heal on its own, but I did get the 17% replenishment, which is a huge deal. Now I might actually be able to fight these guys if they come in early. Alright, so what do we want? We have a pretty boss front line, like with the spears, these guys, and just spamming Faw's protection and the replenishment. I can throw her in there too. Because she's not like insane at fighting, but she has really high melee defense. I mean, she's got like 70 melee defense, so she can get in there and just hold people still, and then we can fire with these archers. Especially, I can fire with the archers into traffic if I have that buff on them, where they're taking 20% less damage also. That could be useful. These archers don't do a ton of damage, but they do something, you know. I think I'll go with the archers. Spears are very good. I just feel like we have enough of a front line. Now, she can't really mix it up. She doesn't have any armor, and she has pretty low melee defense. I don't really want to throw her in there if I can help it. But she does chip in some stuff. Like, she gives extra vigor by standing close to them. I mean, hell, maybe she can stand in there. If I just keep casting heal. She gives everyone magical damage and immune to psych. I feel like I want at least 3 archers, though. Especially if we're going to siege here in a little while. I could wait till next turn for the heavy arrows or whatever. So they do more piercing damage, but whatever, it's fine. I don't think we're gonna be able to siege that until we get bolt throwers anyways. Okay, so it's looking good so
Give the
far.
word. You address the Asur of Ulthuan.
Let's do it.
A wise course.
Yes, yes.
Speak.
And trace. So these guys do like us.
A dignified visitor. Such a rare treat. Very well. Guardian of the Phoenix Crown. I
Now,
bid
these
you
guys hook
welcome,
us up or
traveler.
not?
What would you wish to discuss? If you wish.
Ulthuan's I am the defender of Ulthuan.
You called?
Gothic feeling about us. All right.
The Phoenix King welcomes all, cultured or otherwise. No.
Cultured or otherwise.
Defender of the Phoenix Throne. Ah, it can speak. Pray. Unwise. Defender of the Everqueen.
Okay, I think I looked at everybody, right?
How can I assist you?
No, if I
You
look at
turn
these
your
guys,
back on your own kind and you dare to come here?
Okay. Alright, can't do text yet. Destroying this building. We're probably gonna add in lumber over here. We don't even have the animal trainer yet, so once we get that, we'll get a little bit more cash. Okay, this is one of the better looking starts I've had. Everybody's gonna be relatively healthy. We're gonna have 10 units. Crossing our fingers, hopefully they'll let us chill. I think if we can make it through the early game. Because in the base, without hard mode, when I was playing Empire as Balthazar, I had to go through to win that first battle against the crazy town. Almost every campaign, when you do Steel Faith on Legendary, you're going to come to a point, because the garrisons are so strong, that you're going to have to do something that's akin to like a 20 versus 30, relatively early in the game, and you're going to have to win that. It took me like 5 or 6 tries to do that with Empire. It's very hard, but then once you get a little bit of momentum, you can start keeping up. Please don't run over here with the unit. Aren't they fighting anybody else? Okay, sweet. I think they're gonna give it to me. I'm gonna say rumors are false. So they have this also that changes the gameplay style, which is really cool, where this is the Imperial states won't ever fight each other. So I mean, they would just kind of sit there and just hang out. I think just letting them fight each other makes more sense, because then they get more strength, they get more power, and then some of them start consolidating, and I feel like you'll get a bigger like empire at some point if they're fighting each other, because the big guys will eat the little ones. So I want to say rumors are false, so if they fight each other. I guess if you're over there and you don't want the empire to fight each other, if you're playing as Empire,
Everqueen of Ulthuan.
you know, if you just kind of want to role play and chill, maybe that makes sense, but okay.
The Everqueen.
Okay, so 10 units. These have 9 units.
Alarielle the Everqueen.
So we're getting minus 10% upkeep right now. So we're going to be negative here in a second. Wait, how are we negative? Oh, so we got the
Destruction abounds.
we got these guys. How much are we trading of them? 28%. Need more.
Everqueen
So we
of
can
Ulthuan.
do. We can go into this stance, which would give us 3 influence. 2% extra upkeep is whatever. 3 influence would be nice though, to get more trade agreements. that doesn't give... I mean, it gives more replenishment, which is nice.
Priestess of Isha.
Our buildings lie in ruins.
Gotta have that trade. Okay, so we gotta get military advancements. It's pretty much all we can
Order
afford. We
must
can't
be
even afford any
maintained.
other units if we want to. This is it. This is all we're gonna have
Queen
for a
of
while.
Avalon.
10 units. Now, I think I can run through this gate and go attack that if I want to. I don't think I can storm this gate. I don't know what is that? Dark Shard with shields. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 units. All Black Ark Corsairs, which are really strong. These guys are very good, especially against my trees. Why do they have such an insane thing? I don't know. But we're gonna need bolt throwers, so we have to have tier 3 to get to that, I believe.
You must restore order.
Power of nature. Oh, okay, so she gives everybody growth, untainted, public order, and wants magic. Okay. Lasts for 10 turns. It's looking rough. Okay, I think we're done with all that. We did the diplomacy thing. Did we do
Can I
diplomacy?
offer
I can't remember.
assistance?
Wait, why are they mad? Wait, where is that? It's on the
You are well
periphery.
aware of the fate that awaits me.
Speak. Welcome. Time is precious, so please.
Yes, I
Defender
forgot
of
she
the
had
Elves. I have heard
did it not.
tales of your kind. Please speak. Speak. I will receive your petition in the name of the Phoenix King. Misguided.
I'm waiting. Welcome. What would you have the Assur do? Quite impossible.
Alarielle's champion. I am Tyrion, champion of the Everqueen. As you say.
That's my boy right there.
Not possible.
Maybe I can't remember if I got the 300 gold off of him or not, but I would love to pick up Tyrion. I don't know if they're gonna let me do that with this mod. But this is it. This is how powerful our army gets, pretty much, for a little bit. There he is.
Loyalty is rewarded.
These spin invasions are fine.
Alarielle the Everqueen.
Growth is pretty important. 4 extra melee attack is okay. Seriously, everybody in my whole army has -5 leadership? I just noticed that. Off of her. God, that's pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty bad. Can we just kick her? We don't have the building to hire her back, though. I don't think.
The people are resting.
Yeah, it's pretty awful. We're not gonna get to that building for a long time either. I guess we just have to deal with that. It's a pretty terrible random trait.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so they have a 10 stack. I don't think they've hired yet.
Queen of Avalon.
I could go for an ambush. They basically have to walk through here. So it would be 10 on 10.
No.
Open field combat. Now the sooner I can take this, if I can take that, once I get a port, then I should be able to perhaps do a trade agreement with Lothern, which would be great.
Everqueen of Althwan.
Now, if I roll down here and get really injured fighting this, and then they roll up and fight me, that could be a problem. But I can't just sit there and chill either because I'm at negative upkeep right now. So I need to take this because I need money. Like, I could just sit here in ambush mode and just hope that he comes through here, but...
Speak.
I mean, if they take this next turn, it would cancel this building. It wouldn't be the end of the world. I could just go fight him in a turn or two.
Alarielle the Everqueen.
Okay, so do I want the magic power or the 3 defense? Extra magic power is looking pretty good.
High Priestess.
And the minus 10% miscast chance.
Lily.
Okay.
Hear me.
That's it.
Lakai Isha.
That'll probably be it. Usually it's an hour-long episode.
Chasing
I just
them.
kind of want to see like what's going to happen here. I have to win this clean.
This
like, real
world
clean.
needs us.
'Cause they might
Sound
be able
the
to hit me
horn
up
of
next
Isha.
turn.
We fight for the
If
greater
we get
good.
this, I think we can get a trade agreement with Lothern, which would help tremendously, and maybe with some other factions as well. I would really like to get a confederation. When I tried the Alethanar or whatever campaign near the start, I got a confederation on like turn 2 or 3 with one of these factions over here, which would be amazing. I can use the influence also that I just got a second ago to help me win some favor. And I'll talk more, like I said, about the units and things like that. I just want to make sure this first episode looks presentable.
Priestess of
Because I would really like to publish stuff. I know people
Handmaiden of the
you know,
Everqueen.
on the channel really want me to post up some
Spearman.
stuff. And I want to
Shall
post up
be
some
done.
stuff too.
Spearman.
But I was just waiting on this and frankly getting my butt kicked a lot. Trying to learn what the proper way to
Ready. Awaiting orders.
approach this is. Because I would really like to try it on hard mode. I don't think I've ever seen another YouTuber do legendary and hard mode. Not a big name one.
Illyrian Reavers.
Not that I'm like a big name one, but you know, one that I could find easily. I'm sure people have done it, but I would personally like the challenge.
Orders.
Okay, so now we've got some archer superiority. I need these to be like more of like flanker fighters because these just aren't as good in flat out combat.
Alarielle.
Illyrian Reavers.
They don't have a ballista or anything, do they? No. don't remember how strong these harpies are either.
Yes.
Those guys don't have shields. None of these have shields, I don't think.
Assa, advance! Quickly now! Assa, forward! Make Ulfwan proud!
Alarielle the Everqueen.
It has some really nice range on it.
Genui! Sail! Lakoy!
Illyrian Reavers! We go! Spearmen! Death to all! Illyrian Reavers! Acknowledged for our ancestors!
Servant of light.
Defending order!
Okay, yeah, those are still really weak.
Isha, guide me! Isha! Litrai!
We away!
In thrust!
To war!
Assa, move!
Araya!
Apace! It will be done!
Isha! Litrai! Genui! Sail! Lakoy!
Orders received! Understood! Without fail! Assa, move!
Very well.
Move! For Ulfwan! Assa, forward! Sinner!
Isha! Litrai!
Orders. Awaiting orders. Advancing! Saint Louis! Duty calls! Yes.
Hear my gifts! Isha! Litrai!
Orders
Those reavers out of there. Get those
For
reavers out of there.
Ulfwan! Assa, advance!
Duty calls.
By Alarielle! For Asurian! We away! They tremble before us! Draw back!
Chosen of Isha! Genui! Sail! Lakoy!
Ready. Moving out. Forward. I go then.
Why? I thought I was telling them all to attack. Oh god.
I accept.
Hear my gifts!
Archers! Kill them!
Yes! With haste!
Agreed. Maintaining order.
It shall be done! March! For duty, as you say! For Ulfwan!
Orders received.
It shall be.
Without fail.
Isha's chosen! Lakai! Lakai! Lakai!
We will obey!
Those cause fear. And they do cause fear.
Defend!
Light of Avalon! For Ulfwan!
Dude, they for real rally back. Come on now.
In front!
Will be done! For Asurian! Understood!
It's not as clean as I would like it, but you know what? It's alright. Dang, she's got some range.
Isha! Libra! Dawn's Hope. Genui! Sail! Lakoy! Elf One's call.
It will be done.
It shall be done.
Orders. Ready. Going abroad.
I shot him in the back, and that was pretty much what did it.
Spearmen!
Alarielle the Everqueen.
This fight is lost! Time to go! I won't die
To battle! The Everqueen.
Too much experience.
here! For the king!
Still haven't killed one of these guys yet. So you see how they have a lot of their health is missing, but not a single one of them has died yet because it's kind of split among a lot of different stuff.
Samurai! Get out of here!
This is like super hard mode, I guess, because that hero gives everybody -5 leadership because of other. So the difficulty modifier is 3. And then having her, I need her though. Like I can't just dismiss her. Like she's an important fighter, you know. She doesn't kill a lot of stuff, but she does something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't need her. She does give replenishment though and
Servant
growth.
of light.
You gotta have her. All right, so we'll see what they do on this next turn. I don't know if I have the movement to sack, though. This has a port also, and the port is very expensive to fix. So I don't think I can sack. If they come at me with a 10 stack right now, can I beat them? I mean, my spears are a little dinged up. These guys are dinged up. These killed a lot, actually. But my trees are intact. My archers are intact. I think we can probably beat him.
Praise Isha.
The Reavers are kind of not in a great spot. Oh, wood save. Okay, so that gives everybody 5 extra leadership. Nice. If they're near her. So that kind of cancels out the other things. That's good.
Order rules here.
20% looks so delicious, but I can't do it.
Gather anything of value.
It's gonna cost so much gold to repair this, and I have no money right now. So
Order is restored. My light shines bright.
we are rolling the dice, because if these guys can get down here in one turn,
Ill-considered.
it's not super scary, but
Alarielle
So we
the
are injured.
Everqueen.
so we have this one, but we can't afford it. This one. Extra replenishment of 5. I mean, that's legit. I can't do anything else
Queen
with
of
500
Avalon.
So this gives income, okay. And then this gives some public order too, right? Or does it not? Hamlet. Minor coastal town. No. So we can't hire the Sea Guard. That's interesting. That you could, if you built one of these, you could have a Sea Guard. Now, we don't have any sort of defense, hardly. I guess we get 2 Sea Guard. We do have some, but it's not going to be available next turn if they hit us next turn. Let's take a look at our text really quick, and then we'll move on. It's decent. Spearmen and archers get extra recruit rank. It's probably pretty good. Extra weapon strength, but we don't have a lot of spearmen. I think the archery prowess is probably the biggest thing now. I didn't see how many they killed in the last fight, but okay, so we can go for that. Okay, edict. Growth plus 10. I'm trying to remember. Trade income. Public order would kind of be helpful. I'm not getting anything from trade income, right? 50. It's not gonna matter.
The people are restive.
We're not gonna be recruiting anything. Growth. And we need to get to tier 2 so that we can get, that is expensive. But we need to try to get to tier 2. We can go, like, raid them or something here in a little bit. Because we need to be able to get to the ballistas. So it's looking like either public order not constructing anything. Or growth. I guess let's go for growth.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Wow, we can still trade with them? Okay, let's see if we can get some
A
trade going.
dignified visitor. Such a rare treat. Welcome. Very well.
Lord of the Phoenix, let us converse in a civilized manner, if
What do you
you
want, bro?
can. Certainly not. You need me? Let us converse in a civilized manner,
Who don't
if
they
you
like?
can.
Okay, so they don't like us with Lothar and Illyrian and Avalorn. Okay. Fair enough. They will die.
Defender of the Phoenix throne. Behold the majesty of the Phoenix court. Unwise.
You called? You have a proposal for the Asur. How to like? It shall be done.
Nice. We do get vision of everything when we do trade routes through our kind of spy network.
Tyrion. I am the defender of Ulthuan. Choose your words as you say.
Okay, we got a lot of trade agreements now. Okay, maybe this is worth thinking of the trades now that we got a lot of trade coming in. It would only give us 50, but 57 gold, but pretty broke. Maybe that's worth 10 growth, though, is pretty fast growth. We're looking on production, 95%. Okay, so we aren't We still aren't trading everything yet. So we don't need to upgrade. Like, you don't need to upgrade your facilities until you're trading 100% of the resources, because any excess capacity that you have is just a waste. Okay, cool.
Everqueen of Ulthuan.
We get 2 points here. I guess it just randomly gets you 2 points sometimes with this mod. It's probably to balance out for the fact that it doesn't give you, it almost never gives you decisive victories. It gives you a lot more Pyrrhic and close victories. Okay, so we want now. I think we definitely want Earthblood. We cast that a lot, and this will reduce the mana cost a lot on it. It gives everybody 22% extra weapon damage for 24 seconds. It's pretty beast mode. That gives everybody melee defensive armor. That kind of does some random damage. I would like to get to that, but we also need to start doing this, like start trying to get to Quartermaster and Lightning Strike. However, we might have a really tough fight coming, so we just need, like, what's the most powerful thing we can do right now? It's probably more False Protection, honestly. This is good, but I just want the cost to be more efficient. Look at this real quickly, just one more time. See if that's worth. Where's light magic? There we go. It's 5, so it would take it. It'd cost 25% less. It goes to 12. So that's only worth it if it's affecting like 3 units. 40 range is pretty big though. This effectively, the missile resist is like, it's okay, you know. I mean, it's good for 6, but it's basically 22% weapon damage for 24 seconds. Versus this doubles down on, like, you're not going to get hurt in melee combat with fall damage. I think that's armor and melee defense by a lot for only 5. So I think we need to upgrade Falls Protection next. Just spam that. 50% cooldown reduction on it. Just have at it. Spam these 2 spells a lot in fights and then mix that in there too. Flush to Stone's pretty legit also. Yeah, because once again, I think... Hey, thanks for the sub, I appreciate it. I think we just need to be as strong as we possibly can, just because we have such a diverse army. Our magic needs to be as strong as possible. Okay, so I guess we'll stick with growth. Now the question becomes then, do we want to go ahead and buy this? Attrition doesn't matter. Is it worth 500 gold to have 10 turns of higher casualty replenishment?
Alarielle,
I mean, maybe I
Everqueen.
need casualty replenishment right now. Yeah, I'll do it.
Alarielle, Everqueen.
So we already have full untainted, but getting that extra replenishment's a pretty big deal. Waiting on all that stuff. We did diplomacy. I think I tried to see if everybody
Alarielle's
was...
champ. I will hear your words, but I make no promises of aid. Not possible.
You may approach. You have a proposal for the Asur. How delightful.
wish it would tell you what the probability
Prince
of the proposal
of
is,
Elfwan.
even before
Defender
you have
of
to
the
ask.
Behold the majesty of the Phoenix Court.
Okay.
Let's hear it. I am incredibly busy. State.
Just make sure there's no
Defender of the
Confederation
Phoenix
options in there.
Throne.
Alright. Okay, let's hope we don't get wrecked here. Oh, we have 7 influence also. Do we want to use that on anything? I mean, it's already going up quite a bit. Wish it would say, like, which treaties you have here with them. Who don't I have? Let me see. Last thing. Who don't I have a trade agreement with that I could get a trade agreement with, maybe?
Speak.
They don't like our treaties with Lothern. I guess I'll hold on to the influence. It's fine. Okay. So no, this is, oh wow, it's gonna be a really long episode, but I just want to see if I'm gonna get screwed or not in this last fight. Can I survive the first, 5 fights or whatever here in one episode? How many did we have? We had 1, 2. I guess it was only like 3 or 4. Okay, they back down. I think we could beat them with our magic, because they're not going to have a spellcaster right now. With our decked out magic, I think we can handle them. Oh, we just constructed our wood, so... Yeah, so now we're making some decent money. Exporting 95% of our logs. 180 gold value. Okay. Okay. I have vision of all this stuff now, which is good. Now, who else are these guys at war with? People just don't like them.
Black-hearted.
That's pretty much just me. We do have a couple of options. I think we just need to, like,
Queen
chill.
of Avalon.
Just, like, raid and chill for a second until we get some ballistas. When we get, like, maybe 3 ballistas, then I think we can siege this gate. I don't know really where we want to go from there. We could fight some of these people too, but
How wise.
man,
How
we're
wise?
pretty weak compared to them.
Protector.
Well, we do have a foothold here. I think if we can kill these Dark Elves, they might come at us with a 20 stack and say, whoa, hold on, what? This dude's level 16 with a Sun Dragon? Am I reading that correctly? Where was that?
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Trace has a level 16 horde right now with a Sun Dragon?
Most astute.
Defender of the Everqueen.
Do other people have that kind of stuff?
Allow me.
Allow me.
She's level 18. Is this part of the hard mode mod? I don't remember seeing this in the description. What? Now this guy's lord that came rolling up a second ago was only level 1. I looked, but like,
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
yeah, this guy's level 16 with Sun Dragon.
Prince of Elfwan.
He's level 16. Huh.
Protector of
I guess
Elf
the legendary lords of other factions start at level 16.
Of course.
Gladly.
She's level 18. Jesus,
Wise
it's
indeed.
turn 5. They must get like 15 Lord recruit ranks.
Alarielle the Evergreen.
Okay, well, I guess it's even harder than I thought. But anyways, that's going to be it. We finished our first episode. So I'm going to go ahead and release this because I know people want the content, but I'm not going to be able to release another episode probably until Sunday, maybe Monday, but I'm going to try to do 1 episode per day. Usually I like to record 10 episodes first to make sure that I don't just die in the first 10 episodes, but I think people want the content so much that
The
I'm
Assa
just going
are
to try to
troubled.
power through this. Just keep in mind that I very well could still lose this campaign early on. It's very, very difficult,
Greetings.
as I've emphasized several times, so you know, we'll do the best we can, but we're at least in a pretty good starting position here. I think, like I said, our next course of action is try to grab this Phoenix Gate. We could try to wrap around the gate and take take this stuff by walking through here, but I don't want to get backdoored and lose my, main settlements. So we'll probably just chill and raid for a little bit next episode until we get those
Priestess of
ballistas.
Isha.
And then we'll go from there. So, thank you very much, have a good day, and I'll see you next time.